Hello all, Bowtie Security Guy here. Let's talk about offers being rescinded. I know it's kind of a weird subject. Many of you are like, I just want to find a job. I can't get an interview. And why are you telling me about getting an offer that's rescinded? Why would you tell me this depressing crap? I get it, man. I am the bearer of bad news, and I am the bearer of bad news a lot. But I also want to prepare you, not to scare you, but just so you know. There's a large amount, in my personal opinion. It's like the estimates are between 1 and 5%. And it may not sound like a lot, but if there are millions of cyber jobs, that's literally thousands of jobs that could be rescinded before you start. So what do you do when you get an offer letter? You've been going through the interview process forever. You finally get your offer letter. You sign it. I'm done, you say to yourself, and you don't interview anymore. Days coming up, you've now been prepping for your new job. You've got about maybe a week before you start, and you get an email or a phone call, as some of my mentees have, and the job has been pulled. Either they ran out of funding, they decided to freeze all roles because of a reorg, they decided to eliminate the role because it was no longer needed, but you'd already stopped interviewing at the other companies. You had already moved. You had already done all of these things. Well, in your contract, it states that they can rescind an offer at any time before employment. In most contracts, it's fairly common language that basically says, until you're fully employed, we can take away this opportunity. Many times as hiring leaders, you may not even know, right? You may have all good intentions and then you might get funding cut. I've seen that happen to really good leaders who were just devastated by having to make that phone call. Other companies have just oversaturated themselves and realized, oh no, we spent too much and then pulled a bunch of roles. I've had people move cross country for job roles that got pulled. I've had people buy office space because they were planning to work from home, but their home life was a little crazy. So they rented a year for office, like a small office, so they could basically telecommute and do all that stuff from a little private space. And then they were stuck footing that bill when the offer got pulled. These are all real things that have happened, and I've talked to multiple people this have happened to. So, it's 1 to 5%, but it still happens. And I want you to be prepared for it. When you get a job offer, I want you to keep interviewing. Until the day you start, I want you to keep interviewing. I want you to keep hitting it and attacking it the same way that you would attack it as if you were still unemployed. This is good for two reasons. One, maybe you'll get a better offer, find a better opportunity, better company that you wanted to work for. But then you'll feel bad. Oh, Rob, I feel really bad. I don't want to tell those people last minute that, that I'm not going to take it. That's not right. That's not fair. This is your life. These are the same companies I just talked about. These companies would pull the offer from you without a second thought. They would pull it from hundreds of people. There are many companies who have done that, including very large names. So why would you give them more respect than they would give you? My opinion, you don't. This market is a bit cutthroat, right? If I was getting multiple job offers, I would go with the one that fit me best, regardless of who I upset, regardless of what bridge I may burn. If somebody is upset because you took a better offer for your family and that would help you better long term for your financial success, they're not somebody you wanted to work for anyways. Don't be a jerk about it. Simply say, hey, thank you so much. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to pull back my acceptance here. I'm looking to get another job at a different company. They had offered me more money and it's a better fit for my family, yada yada yada. Um, People might be upset with you, but that's okay. That's their problem, not yours. So when you get that job offer, and I say win because it will happen, it's just going to probably take a bit in this market. Like my video earlier this month, it's about 3 months just to go through the hiring process. Keep Interviewing. I never had an offer rescinded when I was laid off, but I did have offers changed where it was a full remote position that was then changed after I had accepted it to a on-site position 4 days a week. And then I turned it down and declined it. Many of you, are just like, hey, I just need a job in general. That's fine, and I get that. But don't just assume that this company is going to do you right and just, get you to the finish line. It doesn't matter how close you are with the person, doesn't matter if they mentor you, doesn't matter if they're your friend. Some of these things happen way above their pay grade. The president of the company could just decide we're doing a hiring freeze. That's it. And that's it. You're done. You can't hire for that role anymore. Sure, the role's not closed per se, but you can't start working it now for several months. Are you going to wait 6 months and hope it reopens? Probably not. You don't have that luxury. So keep interviewing, keep interviewing, keep interviewing. I know I've said it a few times, but I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Keep interviewing. It gives you leverage, it gives you experience, it gives you ability to work. If something goes south, you can reach back out to that group. Maybe the role's still open. There's a lot of reasons to keep interviewing. And I know all of them are super stressful because, man, it sucks. Once you finally get that job offer, you're like, I'm finally done. I've done it. I'm employed again. Why would I have to keep interviewing? But you do. Until day one, you keep interviewing and you go and just chase that opportunity and chase whatever comes. That is all I got. I wish all of you the best. This market is a very weird one. There are things that are happening that I've never seen before on a more frequent basis. So try to stay positive. I know a lot of the things I have are the reality of the market, and I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to prepare you so you don't fall into a trap that a lot of people have fallen into. If you can learn from other people's mistakes, then their mistakes were not mistakes. They were learning opportunities, and you're just taking an opportunity to learn from them. That's all I got. Good luck out there.